Chapter 7. A Time of War. Everyone who wrote about Leonardo said that he was a kind man. He was good to his apprentices and he loved animals. So why did he work for dangerous men and design terrible war machines? How did he feel when he finally saw war for himself? Many of Leonardo's inventions are war machines, and two of the most famous are called the machine gun and the tank. The machine gun drawings show lines of guns between two wheels. The guns shoot together, so they can kill a lot of soldiers at the same time. Leonardo's tank was a metal machine with 8 soldiers in it. The soldiers turned wheels inside the machine to move it, and they could shoot guns at the enemy outside. A few years ago, people built Leonardo's machine gun and tank for TV, and both machines worked. In 1499, the French King Louis XII went to war, and his army took the city of Milan. Leonardo left Milan and traveled with a friend to Venice. When he arrived in 1500, Venice was fighting a war with the Ottoman Turks. Turkish ships and an army of soldiers waited in the Adriatic Sea, near Venice. People in the city were worried. How could they stop the Ottomans from taking Venice? Leonardo went to the rulers of the city with his ideas. Leonardo planned some moving walls to stop the Turkish army at a river near Venice, and he also drew a boat which could go under the water. For another of his plans, Leonardo designed diving suits, 450 years before modern diving. Soldiers in diving suits could walk on the bottom of the sea, Leonardo explained, and make holes under the Turkish ships. In the end, the Ottoman army never tried to take Venice. Their ships sailed away to fight another battle. Nobody tried Leonardo's diving suit until a few years ago, when British diver Jackie Cousins tried it on TV. After a small change to Leonardo's design, she walked on the bottom of the sea near Venice in a copy of the diving suit. Between 1502 and 1503, Leonardo worked for Cesare Borgia, the most dangerous man in Italy. In 2 years of bloody battles, Borgia's army took cities all over the center of Italy. Borgia was trying to build a new country for himself and his father. Leonardo traveled with him and helped Borgia to build better castles. There were terrible battles. For the first time, Leonardo learned what it really means to be a war engineer. Cesare Borgia was a dangerous killer. He murdered a lot of his enemies, and some old friends. Leonardo left him very suddenly in 1503, and perhaps he left just in time. Soon he was back in Florence. Florence was fighting a war with Pisa, and in June 1503, there was a terrible battle on a hill near Pisa. Soldiers from Florence took the castle on the hill, and a few days later, Leonardo arrived there. Could the castle be stronger? Leonardo's job was to look at the castle carefully and find ways to do this before Pisa tried to take it back. Later, Leonardo and his friend, the writer Niccolò Machiavelli, had a good idea. Pisa got its water from the Arno River, and boats brought food into the city. So why not move the river? That way, Florence could win the war, and also become richer. The rulers of Florence loved their plans. Canals could take the river away from Pisa, and ships could sail along the canals to Florence, so the city would have a way to the sea. In August 1504, thousands of workers began to cut the sides of the new canal. Leonardo designed machines to help, but he could not build them in time. In October 1504, there was a terrible storm. The sides of the canal fell away, 80 workers died, and the engineers went home. Once again, Leonardo tried to do too much.
Well, that's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed the audiobook. Have a good day.